Hey guys, this is Andre coming to you from Los Angeles Auto Show 2018, and in front of me is a 2019 Toyota Prius, but it's not any Prius. This is the all-wheel drive version of the Prius, which is new for United States, and it's coming in 2019. And this is part of our unfiltered videos from the show, where we try to give you every detail possible about the car. And first of all, let's look at the styling. This is the new color for the Prius, and this is called Electric Storm Blue, which is pretty vibrant color. And the front design on the Prius has been changed a little bit for 2019 with the lights and the grille. And the all-wheel drive, the overall shape for the all-wheel drive car is basically the same as a regular Prius. But of course the big deal is the all-wheel drive system, which is AWD-e. E stands for electric. And the way it works is this. The car is basically configured to get going from 0 to 6 miles an hour, basically an all-wheel drive form, where it gives you a little bit tiny boost with an electric motor in the rear. Then the electric motor disconnects for efficiency, and the car continues as a front-wheel drive. But up to 43 miles an hour, it will basically kick in the all-wheel drive system when needed. So when it senses slip, it works in a similar way to a new RAV4 hybrid all-wheel drive, or like a Highlander hybrid all-wheel drive. Kind of a similar concept, but this is a new execution in the Prius. In the back, you also have updated taillights, as you can see here. And of course, this Prius also shows off its roof rack with snowboards on top. So let's get a little bit a closer look. On the inside, and the all-wheel drive Prius for 2019 is going to be available in only 2 trim levels, LE and XLE, and they're changing their model level, trim level designations from 1, 2, 3, 4 to now LE and XLE for the all-wheel drive Prius, and L, LE, XLE, and Limited for the regular Prius for 2019. But the interior here is pretty standard. It's about the same as the previous car, the latest Prius. You have a 4.2 screen, 4.2-inch screen here in the middle. You got your gear selector here, reverse, neutral, drive, and brake. So very familiar to the Prius owners. Have this nice soft touch material on the interior, and the pricing goes like this. You're probably wondering about the price, which was released at the show. The LE all-wheel drive Prius will start at $23,380. I'm sorry, $24,380, and that's about $1,400 more than a standard non-all-wheel drive Prius. And then the XLE goes into the $26,000 range. So really the car ranges from approximately $25,000 to $27,000 to start. Of course, you can add some options to it later, but the all-wheel drive system does not affect your interior space or trunk space. As you can see here, you still have a kind of a hatchback design, as all Priuses do, and you have there on the floor, there's a cargo cover stored down below, but the cubic feet of storage remains the same, which is a good thing. Electric motor, small electric motor is powering the rear wheels. Of course, you have your USB ports down here. There you go on the inside. It's still a 40-60 split folding rear seat with a center console. Booyah right there. Cup holders. Really soft materials once again. You've got your child safety latch system down here. And I pushed the seat back all the way. Let me try to get in and see how I fit. I'm about 6'2". My knees just barely touch the seat in front of me. My head just barely touches the roof. So I could actually spend some time back here. You know, I am touching just a little bit for a tall guy, but if you're below 6 feet, you'll be very comfortable in here. So that's the good news. And of course, for a cold climate, all-wheel drive is really important. It provides you better confidence, more confidence when driving. Of course, you have to stop once you get going. And the Prius all-wheel drive comes with Bridgestone Ecopia tires, basically low resistance tires. So you have to be mindful of that. If you really want a lot of performance in the snow and wet, you need more of a snow tire rather than this kind of a highway all season. And the fuel economy numbers go like this. The all-wheel drive Prius loses a bit of efficiency because of an extra weight. And it's 52 mpg in the city, 48 on the highway, and 50 combined. If you compare it to a regular Prius, that is combined number is 52, so it's 2 lower in the all-wheel drive. And of course there's an Eco Prius as well, which is 56 mpg combined. So you're losing a little bit of efficiency, but still 50 mpgs for an all-wheel drive car that can fit 5 people comfortably. That's a pretty good number. Here's another look at the front of the car. So basically what you have here is a 50 mpg sedan, all-wheel drive, sort of all-season capability. I haven't driven it yet, but Toyota says, you know, the system is similar to what's available in the RAV4 hybrid all-wheel drive and Highlander hybrid all-wheel drive. So we'll have to get it to Colorado and see how really it handles the snowy roads, and it's snow season. So I'll be really excited to see how it does. And that's basically kind of the information download about this car. So it's about $1,400 more expensive than a regular Prius and loses a couple of mpg combined. But in the end, you're gaining an all-wheel drive capable car. And I think a lot of people were hoping for this. And Toyota thinks that they could sell up to 25% of all their Priuses in this all-wheel drive version. But they've been kind of struggling in sales recently of the Prius itself, as sedans are not as popular as they used to be. And so I think this all-wheel drive version of the Prius will help them sell a little bit more cars, because I think a lot of people who live in the snow belt on the East Coast, on the West Coast, and in the center of the country would appreciate all-wheel drive capability. And guys, please go back to tflcar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews, and of course, a lot more show debuts like this. And thanks a lot, guys.